Yo, my people, them CFC with this blue back with another video, and this the match review for the Chelsea versus Bournemouth game in the Premier League, which we drew 0-0. But before we get into the match review, I'd like to thank everyone for joining my watch along. I appreciate your support. It means so much to me. Thank you for your comments, the votes on the poll, and the views. Love for that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me. But let's get into the match review, innit? And we're going to have to start off with the lineup, which a lot of people probably wouldn't have been upset with. I wasn't, I know that, but let's go with it. Sanchez in goal, right back, Malo Gusto, centre backs, Axel Disasi, Thiago Silva, left back, Levi Colwill, captain for today, Conor Gallagher in midfield with Ugo Chukwu and Enzo. And then in the attack, Mudryk, Sterling, and Jackson. I believe he was playing a 4-2-3-1 with Enzo being the furthest man forward out of the midfielders, but him and Gallagher would change at different times, innit? But got to deep it. Like first half, should have scored. Both halves we should have scored. We created chances from minute 2 onwards, and in the first 20 minutes, 45 minutes, we was dangerous, I must say. Like the link up between Nicholas Jackson and Mudryk was paying off so well. You see Mudryk do things that he should be doing, like cutting inside a lot. But as always, the thing that lets us down is the final finish. And we can do everything so good, but just not score. It's so jarring. Like Sterling, he was given a chance. Gallagher found him, and he decides to shoot a cross goal like he's going to go for a corner. Gallagher gets inside the box. He wants to shoot along the floor, not put it in the corner. So you know he's not a finisher like that. And on top of that, Nicholas Jackson hits the post after a good link up with him and Mudryk. I might have said that already, my bad. But yeah, the first half, that's literally what happened for us. Bournemouth didn't do much. Can't really tell you of a threatening time that they did have during the first half. They could have probably had one or might have had one, but I'm not 100% sure. I know that in the second half that they were really on it. They was on in the second half because as long after the 60th minute, the game got opened up and we were coming back and forth at different times. Bournemouth had chances that they should have scored. Like Robert Sanchez, who for me was the outstanding performer for us today, he saved us numerous of times and we could have easily lost this game. I'm going to be so honest with you. We could have lost. The amount of times we can be 0-0 and a team will just get a goal. That has happened. I've seen it happen so many different times, but it didn't happen today. And it's because the defense, as usual, is on stuff. We can rely upon them. And Bournemouth just didn't have that cutting edge either about themselves, but they came in whiskers. So it was just, for me, a draw is pretty much deserved because both teams had chance that they could have scored and should have scored. But we're going to be honest, we deserve to win more than them. But with the way we push up the field, the way we have everybody in their half majority of the time, counterattacks are bound to happen at some point, and that's where they get most of their chances. So again, as I've been saying for many weeks, we give guys opportunities, and that's what we do, especially if we don't score goals. So it's like eventually in the Premier League, teams will get chances. It doesn't matter whether they're the bottom team or the top team. But we dealt with them, and I wasn't worried at all realistically, other than 2 times with the chance that they had. And Robert Sanchez did his thing. That's why he's the outstanding performer for today. And like I have to big up Pochettino, big him up for the lineup because he didn't start necessarily Ben Shaw as left winger. Cole, I'm not necessarily the best happiest about, but when we have guys like Noni Madueke, Moises Caicedo, and Mark Cucurella out, then we don't have a left back to start anyway. Ian Matson could play there, but you've been playing him a lot more in the attacking role, so I don't think you think of him as a left back, even though he could play there. But as he would have said, Cole has been playing left back basically all season, so it's like this is his normal setup. And setup is good. It's just like we're saying, the final third, like the finishing, that's what lets us down. I remember, but the thing about it is that things could have been worse. We could have lost today and been worse off in the table. I did say before this game that we have to win our 3 out of our 4 next Premier League games, and we can still do that. We just have to win our 3 in a row now. Don't make it easy for ourselves, but I'm gonna back us to do it because the fact is that we are Chelsea. Eventually, things are gonna happen. You had Sterling's shot in the second half hit the ball, and then like so close to going over. Eventually, things are gonna click. Things are gonna happen because we played good football. We have not been crap. We just can't score, and that's a big difference from where we was last year. We was crap, and now we are just not scoring. I hear it. It's very annoying, but we are moving on. We have an inexperienced team, and we're gonna take time. It's gonna take time for everything to click. But with the performances that we're putting on, all we're missing is the goals. And once we get the goals, then it's long for everyone. Bearing in mind the amount of injuries that we have as well. So for me, we are calm. We just have to win more games and get close to the top 4. So yeah, man, it's gonna be mad. But I'm gonna read you guys the stats for the game. So for the stats for the game, we had 64% possession. They had 35%. We had 14 shots, 6 on target. They had 13 shots, 4 on target. They had 6 block shots. We had 2. 2 of our shots hit the bar. So you already know that we've come closer, having more chances closer to them. But yeah, it's just peak. A lot of the chances came in the box. They had the same amount of chances as us in the box, but they couldn't score. But yeah, other than that, we controlled the game. 570 passes to their 308. Like all of their balls were more time long balls. 14% of their passes were long balls. So it goes to show that we were the dominant team overall. We were the team that was on the front foot, and we was the team that should have won. We just didn't win. But you have to give Bournemouth credit. They defended very well, and they did their thing. They did what they needed to do because they're not expected to be higher up in the places we are, and that's what we need to focus on. And next game, the players have to know. Poch said himself that we have no excuses. We should win, and we should win. And we have to now win our next games because now that this game's gone, we have to think about the future. This dwelling on the past, we got a result, we got a point, and I'd be real to you, I'd rather take a point rather than 0. So for me, you just need to pattern up and get back on winning ways. So next game, Aston Villa, it's not easy, but if we win that, we have so much more confidence going into the games after that. So we just need to kick on and start scoring goals because Chelsea will score goals. We will be climbing up the table and we will be finishing in the top 4. So please don't doubt the team, believe, and we will come good. But other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching the match review. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook for more Chelsea content. I'm CFC with this blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.